EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. The first of 3 on this Thanksgiving. Glad to have you along on this holiday. And we begin right here in the Motor City. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Once again, it's Gibbs. And this will be a Lions 1st down. He's up to the 45-yard line. That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the ground, this is Gibbs. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
This play right here is just a clear example of just how hard it is to bring this back down. Like, I mean, he had to break multiple tackles just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But give credit to the defense. They kept bringing bodies at him, and they're eventually able to get him down for no gain.
Now this time they'll look to throw. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Junior Colson.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Anytime you run a draw, you're hoping the linebacker reads pass and starts dropping into his pass coverage. That's what creates space for your running back to get going. Well, not this time. The linebacker saw it from the jump. He's able to penetrate in the backfield and take the runner down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain. You know, anytime you're talking about an interior defensive lineman, it's always easy to talk about his size and his strength. But what stands out to me, Mike, is his ability to move his feet, turn those hips, get penetration in the backfield, and take the running back down for a loss.
Third and long. Williams in motion. Throwing now on third and long. That's to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Buffalo. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. And this will be a Lions first down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Now he takes off. Give him 11 on the scramble to give them a new set of downs.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And they'll take this down inside 35. From the gun, here's Gibbs. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down. So we are through 1 on this Thanksgiving Day. 7-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And the Lions are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. First and 10. Now Allen. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever, following that big sack right out of the gate.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. To throw is Allen. He'll take a shot downfield from Musgrave. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end. But in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both. And when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Allen to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Here's 3rd and 7. Allen will throw. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Bills. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Pass's kick is good. And the Bills extend their advantage to 14-3. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Gibbs. He will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Detroit.
Well, as you can see on this run, this is a back who is not going to shy away from contact. He actually welcomes it. His ability to run through contact, break tackles, and still have the speed and burst to pick up big yards.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? With a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Here's 3rd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
A 54-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Allen to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills extend it to a 21-6 advantage. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacting the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. 2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Allen. He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Now it's Allen. His throw left side is complete. And he will score again. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
A very long attempt.
And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return starts from the 5. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. The third quarter begins with a run. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now Allen gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Thrown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to the ground. He'll get it again.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
3rd and long. On play action, Allen. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Pass's kick is good. And the Bills add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And some good running there. That's a 1st down up to the 43.
First down at the 43-yard line.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Now, faking the give. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. He is in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions are able to cut into the deficit.
Lions 13. Riley Patterson to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run. Room to run at the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So a big one there to start the drive. 31 yards. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. We're on to the 4th on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Man in motion, heading left. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
He was taken off at the 22-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. Look wide, get this one complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one, taken in. Touchdown, Bills. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Bass's kick is good. And the Bills will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. They're going to be back up now to start this drive. They hand it to Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. Big gain, and that changes the complexion of this drive all the way down to the 40-yard line.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. A handoff. Gibbs running left. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Once again, it's Gibbs. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll look to throw. That's taken in.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks in trouble. Down he goes. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Back to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Lions cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
First and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. Now he'll air one out. He's got it! And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Going right sideline and complete. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
From the gun, it's Allen. They're called in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Buffalo. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Next to score, Bills 45, Lions 16. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
30-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stick with him again. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. So a road win here for the Bills. And they will get a little extra time to enjoy it on this holiday weekend as they get the job done here on Thanksgiving. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.